and welcome to Quarantine Quickie with Carrie and Matt. Speaking of quarantine, we have been getting quite a few messages over the last few months from some of our followers asking how we are surviving, how our relationship, our marriage is surviving through this quarantine.
Well, and not so much just us, but just in general, how people are doing
How
in quarantine.
people are doing in quarantine.
But I am
right?
flattered if people were wondering how we
People
were doing.
wonder about us all the time. That means people like us,
Aw,
I guess.
Thank you.
So, anyway, we have survived, obviously, because we still are both working from home. We're in like almost month number 4. But how are we surviving? There's days. There are days that I wonder.
I think the key you're getting. So listen, here's how we're surviving. This is a great story. It explains it all.
Yeah.
2 nights ago, I said to Carrie, I'm tired, working my butt off all day long for the man. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. It's like 9:30, and I'm like, I'm going to watch TV because I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow. So I say this to Carrie, and Carrie's like, okay, I'll come with you. And then I'm like, okay, so you can stay here and talk to Logan because that's her son's home from university for the first time since Christmas. So,
Yep.
But I'm like, whatevs, right? So, and she's like, no, I'll come in. And so I go in there, so I turn on Sons of Anarchy. We've been watching that on Netflix.
Together.
And I thought she'd be in like 10 minutes. So she didn't come in. I kept watching it. No big deal. Well, Carrie comes in with 7 minutes left and like explodes.
Yeah, and I'm sure many of you can recognize and agree with me when I say it is a carnal sin. It is a carnal sin to watch an episode of a series you are watching with your partner by yourself, without your partner.
Well,
okay, so
You should have said you weren't
yeah.
coming in then.
Anyway,
You have to overreact when you
so
come in.
needless to say, there has been the odd occasion where I thought it might end like we might go Rachel and Dave Hollis. I don't know.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad actually.
Well, it was pretty bad.
Considering
You almost pushed us into that territory, but it wasn't that bad.
Considering, actually, things have been pretty good. And I think that we know each other so well that we know what each other needs, right? So I need that time. I recharge by being alone. And so living with someone 24/7 and not having that opportunity to be alone, like living with them, literally living, working, playing, everything for 24/7 for months on end is challenging. But Matt recognizes when I need that time to give me that time, right? So.
And that's where we're different, because I could be with Carrie 24/7 all the time. I can never get enough Carrie. More Carrie time. Come hang out with me.
I'm drowning!
Oh, see, so really, as long as I guess I just take antidepressant pills and stay away from Carrie, we're gonna get along just fine.
No, see? So I will get my time alone, but then I also make sure Matt gets his Carrie time because it's very important to him.
Well, let's just say we're hanging in there. We're not making any promises about how well we're hanging in, but we're hanging in. So how are you guys doing? Tell us below. I know some people have been working together like us. Some people wish they were working because they've been laid off and they're not working at all.
Absolutely.
Which is a totally different kind of stress.
Yeah.
And other people are still going in, the heroes who have to work through all this at the, either maybe it's waitress, maybe it's, there's nurses.
Yep.
There's people that are working, at even just the landscaping places.
Grocery stores.
So how are you handling whatever you're stuck with? And actually, honestly, I would love to hear it. I'd love to hear the best or worst of your job and your quarantine experience,
and how
it's affecting your relationship. We'd like to hear that.
Yeah.